Hey, this is Annie from Annie RBGs on Twitch. Today we're going to show some very basics on how to cap on 95% of the DHs in the RBG ladder. These are very simple, very easy to learn mechanics that you can implement to help your rogue versus DH capping game that can also assist you in other situations too. The first couple clips here, I had some friends defend against me in a war game, and then I'll showcase the strategy in a real game. So let's get started. So the idea is if they're sitting too far from the flag to be able to sprint or soul shape back to the flag after a sap, I want a smoke bomb to draw them in closer. Once they come in closer, usually within a shadow step range, I want to sidestep my canceling my capping cast and re-stealth. I use the bomb for protection and for against getting hit. I get the stealth and I walk over or I step to the DH to get the sap. This allows me to get back to the flag fast enough to force a trinket. A lot of DHs are going to try to spin you with the Immolation Aura, so you want to keep an eye on that. You'll need to wait it out while the DH is also kept close to the flag. I use a stun here to keep the DH close, then I position myself for capping the flag before blinding, where I'll get the cap. In this clip here, the DH gets a prism off immediately and walks away. You have to play very patiently and wait for the opportunity when they come in close enough for you to set up the CC and be able to get the cap. It's not worth wasting blind if you won't get the cap. I forced the DH back closer to the flag just by spamming cap. He's eventually going to have to come back in to spin me, and so this is when I go for the blind and I get the cap on this guy. On this next clip, I'll show you what it looks like if you rush the blind and aren't patient enough to properly set up. On this one, I don't even use the smoke bomb to open, and I'm still able to get the re-stealth and get the sap. A lot of the times when the DH trinkets, they're going to try to immediately CC you or use Immolation Aura. I blinded the Immolation Aura was popped at the same time, so it prevents me from being able to cap this flag. So I got a re-stealth, and now the Immolation Aura came up, but he's still in sap DR. So I won't be able to sap and get a cap. I have to wait for this DR to come up. So I'm trying to stall out this time, trying not to get pulled out of stealth. If he uses Spectral, I still have a smoke bomb. So he uses Spectral, and I was close enough, so I just went in and got the sap, and I just blinked right in and got the cap. So that's another method you could use, and you just want to be really safe if you mess up that blind, and you want to just be really patient when you use it. These next clips are from real games. This is a very safe cap. Very patient on the blind, stalling for the DH for his Immolation Aura to fall off, and by doing this, we're able to secure the cap. It's a very simple. As soon as I get the trinket with the sap, I wait it out. He stays close to the flag. I don't have to do anything too fancy. I use Cloak of Shadows to dodge some abilities. I stun him to keep him close to the flag. Make sure I can click on the flag to get the cap, and I will use blind, and we get it. So this one right here, the DH is on top of the ruins right here. The same principle applies. I try to get the step sap, and when I do, I immediately blink onto the flag. When I get this blink right here, I force the trinket off the DH, and I have to get this before his friends show up that are coming on the road. So instead of having to wait for the kidney, I just immediately go for the blind. If I had to wait for the Immolation Aura, there's no way I got that because his friends are extremely close and they're on the way. So I opted for the blind. I managed to get it before the Immolation Aura came out, and I get the base. Hey guys, hope this video helped by showcasing the basics of how to cap on the majority of Demon Hunters on the ladder. As you can see, the last Demon Hunter was 2500 CR, so this method is a viable one from all the way from 0 CR to hero range. If you have any questions, feedback, or things that you'd like to see in the future content, drop a comment below and I'll respond. You can catch my content live on Twitch at Annie RBGs. Now go push some CR.